Oh Lord.
We had almost in Brock Lesnar face off.
Guys, this is Santino Morel, and you're listening to Wrestling Behind the Curtain.
You already know what you if you don't know by now. But you should know it's your boy Chance. Wrestling behind the curtain. Kenzo the Great's here.
Year.
Wrestling behind the curtain. Um, make the promos real quick. This video is not sponsored by Ghost Energy Drink, but we drink it anyway. I mean, good looks. You know what I mean? I need to do something. Promos. Yo, get the merch. Kenzo's wearing some. I wore mine yesterday. Yeah, I wasn't ready.
The OG,
Yeah, we got a new wrestling on the curtain shirt though. But get the merch in the description box. Discord, it's free. I like to talk wrestling all day. It's free. Go ahead and get the description box. What else we got? The Patreon. Yeah, I had this on my head, but I got a brain freeze because I was thinking about damn honey buns. Patreon. Join the Patreon because it's days like this that you guys will benefit, but y'all ain't ready. Because WWE 2K23 is out right now. Have we had? Well, we have enough, but if we had what we wanted to have in the Patreon, we could be doing giveaways. We could be copping y'all some WWE 2K23 copies. You know what I mean? Giveaways, tickets, merch. Which y'all ain't ready. Y'all don't want free shit. It's all good though. If you can't do that, which is cool because I know some people's pockets is tight and we don't want to talk about people's pockets, but you can hit the like and you can comment and it sends it straight into the algorithm. That's all you gotta do. It's mad easy and it's free.
for the free.
Free. You know what I mean? You gotta do that. Just that's it. You can do it right now while we're talking. Anywho, let's get past it because some of you guys are probably already ready to exit. Um, you see the thumbnail? Ken's gonna leave point because I'm still on vacay mode. Came back from Mexico. You know what I mean? You can check out the videos on the little highlights, but I'm still on vacay mode. I'm easing back into the workforce. So I'll let Kenny run point. I'll go ahead and do my Kobe thing. Just okay. I'm good.
If you're gonna Kobe, I guess I got a Shaq then. Which is
Yeah.
no problem with me. So we're not going to go in order because it's raw, and going in order might make my brain freeze. I don't. Okay, if y'all not new here, which you shouldn't be, I don't watch Raw live, and when I do watch it, and I watch that shit in like double and a half speed. So, but slow down when things are notable for certain promos, certain people, because again, promos in WWE don't necessarily ain't what they used to be, but at the same time, I mean, that's if you want to get the story being told, that's what you got to do. So I'm gonna start with the best promo, probably might be the best segment of the night, Cody's promo. Now you would think this man is the son of the American Dream. I mean, he can't top nothing his dad. I don't know if this promo topped anything his dad has done. I mean, because Dusty got some bangers in there, but he definitely had that spirit in there.
You know
Because
what we should do?
the
We should do a rewatch of some of Dusty's things and talk about it one
promo,
day. One day,
oh, we should
because
do
I'm
a
because I'm gonna be 100. I probably haven't watched 65% of Dusty Rhodes' his promos because I wasn't into wrestling that much that back then, and when I did, I was on WWE. So there's probably a lot of Dusty shit that I didn't catch.
let me tell you how I know. I actually watched some Dusty
Why you
promo.
should be watching?
Exactly. But when I was playing football when I was in high school, I watched the Ric Flair promo before a game just to get myself hyped, and I was like, I mean, Ric Flair can't be done again. This is when during the time I wasn't really watching wrestling. I was a freshman in high school. It was just I wasn't really watching TV, and it was a little bit not too far from me when I found out wrestling was fake or whatever. So I was just not watching, and WWE was not great. NXT brought me back a couple years later, but anyways, so before the game, I was like, okay, I've watched the same Ric Flair promo too many times. It's not getting me as hype as it was before. Let me check out another wrestler. I mean, I've seen The Rock, but I don't want to see that. I've seen Austin. I watched those guys live. Well, and that's how I ended up finding some of the Dusty stuff. And I'll tell you, man, the guy can get you going. If you're down on your luck or whatever, because maybe you might want to check out a Dusty promo. But if you can't check that out right now, I mean, you more close to where Raw was last night. This Cody promo might get the job done. And it's funny because he's a second generation wrestler talking about Dusty, but you forget that Dusty was never a WWE champion. So Cody talks about, he wears his suits as his armor and all this other stuff. He wants, Roman to acknowledge him. He'll acknowledge Roman, no problem, but you got to acknowledge me. Again, that's sounding real dusty. Like, and then he's like, okay, I want to be the first road to have the belt. I mean, again, really good promo. If you got a chance, go check that out. It was, again, I wish if this would have started the show, I mean, they probably would have went to sleep the rest of the way after, but they got to find a way to change the formula up because Raw starts the part of the reason why I don't watch Raw, besides being too long, is it starts the same way every time.
Oh, you know what? Is that all you got for Cody? My bad.
Go ahead.
This is where we go. We can transition right here. So check it out. I just did a video yesterday. Go check it out. Why the Bianca and Asuka feud build up is horrible. Go check it out. Maybe I'll put a little thing right. You know what I mean? Go check it out. Horrible. I saw that clip. What the fuck is Asuka doing with Bianca? Like the laughing like Bailey used to do.
That's what it reminded me of.
That shit was corny to me. The shit in your mouth. Like, that shit was wild to me. Then she didn't have face painted, and she came back with the face painted. Now her face isn't painted. Like, and then I don't even know why they're fighting. Like,
you know what's crazy? This is the second time up to a Mania, Bianca is in a tag team with the person she's facing at Mania.
Yeah,
second time.
Somebody said that was gonna be wild. But this is the thing, like,
it just can't build her up. We talked about this. They just don't book her properly. Like,
yeah, I was gonna say, like, is it her or is it Triple H? Because I mean, Charlotte and Rhea is, I mean, it's noticeable. Like, it's you can feel it. I have no idea what's going on with Bianca. Like, is all her rings, although great matches, and she's tough, the reigns suck. Like, Asuka is a very amazing opponent. It's probably going to be a banger, but why would I be invested? Like, I don't know why they don't like each other, or I don't know what the whole situation is. You see baffled too?
Again, WrestleMania right around the corner. They didn't have a lot of time to figure this out, but like I said, they've done this before, so I'm not too shocked. Hopefully, I mean, again, best we could do is Bianca and Asuka gonna give us a great match. So I guess we could be happy about that. It's definitely gonna be Mania worthy, which I mean, Bianca basically don't miss on the big shows, which is very good to see from that perspective. Again, I've told you people, I'm not where my wrestling fans are toxic, but again, things are tough. People ain't in the happiest of moods. You can't just always be looking at the negative stuff. Don't mind me. We gonna get to the negative stuff soon. Chances started it off, so I might as well jump it off, continue. But if you want to watch it, enjoy your television, you got to find the bright spots. So the bright spots is, we know they're not gonna book Bianca right, but Bianca gonna do what she got to do in that ring. That's for sure. And Asuka in there, definitely gonna be a WrestleMania worthy match. And again, that's a good thing that we don't particularly watch Raw live, and this is why. Because
so is it lazy? Like, we know they're gonna. We know
it's repeat. So I would
be a
be lazy. That's very easy to say because they repeating the same thing. They've done it before. Like I said, maybe it's lazy, or maybe they had ideas.
But would it be like, they're gonna give us a banger? Like, we don't need the promo.
Yeah, it might be like, we have to fill this card. This has got itself taken care of. Let's book everything else, and we'll get back to this. That's quite possible. I can see that. Because the banger matches usually have worse booking, or at least, if not worse booking, less effort.
I know more about
matches that aren't going to be good, but they tried so hard to tell us they were going to be good or put us in the front view. Now, I think that might be what it is.
I know more about Seth and Logan than I do about these two. You know what I mean? Yeah. But let's continue with the negative real quick since we're there. Why did Chelsea Green come back to job out? Like, maybe. Is there a future in this character to where it's all bad now and it turns around? Well, possibly, but I don't think so. So was the hype and the excitement to come back just because you love WWE that much? Because she did better in Impact. I'm pretty sure, although it's still shady over there, I'm pretty sure she could have got a little bit better of a run in AEW because it seems to be kind of turning around over there with the Outcast and shit. So what was the hype about WWE, especially with fucking what's her real name? Because they call her Emma. What's her real name?
I don't remember her real name right now.
Emma came back, jobbing
Yeah, I
out.
know you're talking about. Emma is, but is it Emma's with?
Madcap.
Yeah, Madcap. So that might have influenced
That's
that.
what I'm
So
saying. Came back, you jobbed. Now you're in a love relationship. You both are jobbing. Like, I mean, I get you need losers, obviously. You need people to lose.
but I mean, the way wrestling has always worked is eventually those people are supposed to win. Can we
I don't see
make
them
that?
winning.
I don't know. Maybe because
Tell me right now, do you see Emma or Chelsea Green holding any title?
I mean,
I could maybe give Chelsea a tag team with Mella because that'd be kind of fun.
it's crazy. I mean, I'm really thinking about it, like of all the people, Chelsea Green again is with Matt Cardona. If you don't know, you would think if you're gonna go around on the Indies run, go crazy. Chelsea Green done seen it work. I wouldn't have came back to the job. I mean, again, secure the bag, all that. We always want people to work. We want to see people on the team. We understand that. But personally, if we got a choice, I mean, the Indies ain't the most profitable, but I would like to think that the spotlight has more profitability than jobbing. But if not, I mean, I guess if we're talking about just the bottom line, I guess that's the big reason we all talking about. I mean, we got to remember WWE is still the dream, but she's also already been there. So it's like, what do you have to prove by going back? I really don't know.
And then it's a job.
It's a job, exactly. I mean, maybe they didn't.
Like
That's
you
not
go,
what they talked
you
about
go
when they
back,
talked about coming back.
like you go back like Cody to like elevating and be like, oh, that's what we missed. But you're going back to probably worse than what you were before you got there.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think before it was people like, oh, she's injured. We don't know what's wrong. Now it's like, no, they're booking you like this. This is your job. We're talking about an Impact Knockouts champion, tag team champion, by the way, in case you don't know. Like she's been in NWA, she's been all over Stardom, all over the place. This don't make sense.
Who, like Matt Cardona, elevated her stock.
For sure.
So you came back to downgrade, or at least it appears, and it's no disrespect to you as a person. Like once again, it's the character. So your character came back to downgrade when you were hot as fuck on the Indies. But anyway, let's keep on with the recap. So Cody's promo was fire. Bianca and Oscar, I don't know what's going on. What else you got?
We got something else. I don't particularly care. I've said this 1,000 times. I don't really like Austin Theory.
Oh, I ain't. He Austin Theory look amazing right now.
But
I've been told you I love Austin. I've been told you that when he first got signed, I said he's the next John Cena. And fast forward, why I say next as far as
I know what you mean.
He was close to it. And look at him now. He fighting John Cena, and he's been looking like $1 million.
No, 100%.
Promo with him and
Austin Theory part of this isn't the problem. He got a new look up to the ring. Why, if you're trying to prove all of this, is he facing Dawkins? What does that prove? That guy's not even a singles wrestler. What is beating him proof? That's what my problem is here. This guy's the U.S. champion. You give him a new, like he has a new thing coming out to the ring. All the stuff, big deal.
The only bone I can throw you is probably because maybe they don't want to fuck Montez up.
Because are we saying is Montez going to be? I mean, I would assume Theory's going to hold this belt for a while.
Well, we already know Montez is going to be the dude. Like, if you don't know, did I do a video solo or were you in it? I think I was solo. Well, how Pug Montez? Yeah. I think Kenny was working, but go check that out too. I might put it here depending on how my editing is. If I stay long enough to edit, and go right there. But check it out, because if you do Theory and Tez, and then Tez loses, then it's kind of like fuck. Like then you know the fans. Oh, you burying him. But then the Theory loses. Oh, you burying Theory like you just want Tez. And then the racist people come out. Oh, it's because it's blah blah. So then it's this whole thing. But can't do those two. Not right now. So Dawkins I can understand because no shade, character only. Who the fuck gives a fuck about Dawkins?
Well, I mean, if that's the case, on the same episode of Raw, Bronson Reed went crazy. I forgot who he faced, which is really bad right now. Who was it? Jesus Christ. Anyways, Bronson Reed went crazy. He had a great match. Again, I didn't watch this live, so I saw clips. And we already know he go crazy, but we kind of also know that they're not going to do nothing with him because he's not going to be a champion. If you're a big dude and you're not going to be champion, maybe he's somebody you can put in the way of an Austin Theory to overcome before he gets, and then Montez takes it off of one of them or something like that. But I just want to give a shout out to Bronson Reed because the match was crazy, even though I can't remember who it was, which is pretty much a shame. But again, I didn't watch it. I rewatched it. So, it's not in the front of my mind. But if we want to talk about things that are wrong on this show, let's talk about they've done it 10,000 times. They tried it again. We talked about it briefly before we started recording. The movie parodies or TV show parodies. We understand Stranger Things is popular, but there's two things with this.
I better be ready for season 5. Geeked out. Go join
the thing is right. The timing of this is always strange. Like, besides, like, ever since RoboCop was like the only thing they did that was like in theaters. But every time they do something, it's either a week after or 10 years later. Stranger Things is coming up, but it's not out yet now, and it didn't recently finish. Why are you doing Stranger Things parodies right now? You are a weekly TV show. like weekly. You could do these things at precise times. This doesn't make sense.
They could do The Last of Us.
Like there's so many, and again, and if you're gonna do it well. Why is Rhea Ripley now? She has stop giving people superpowers on WWE. We've had enough of this. She does not have telekinesis. Do not continue that, please.
I'm not gonna lie. I kind of did like the Joker with Seth and Becky though, and I kind
That
of
was better.
I did kind of like the mafia thing with the bloodline.
Bloodline. I mean, Bloodline don't miss.
But yeah, all right. So, but continue on before you move on. They did he did smoke Taz on that promo though.
Oh yeah, the promo work is definitely improving.
I mean, I said for people who always wanting to smoke, all y'all do is choke. That's a bar. So put in the comments if y'all like that. All right, who else we had on the card there?
From a bar to a bust.
Oh Lord.
We had almost in Brock Lesnar face off. For some reason, the fans actually chanted "Holy shit" during this. I mean, I guess
told you this sucked.
Big dudes.
I told y'all this was gonna suck. Go check out the video. The video's there too. Nobody asked for this. My man almost couldn't even get Brock over the ring. This is who y'all want. This is who y'all say is a beast. This is who you guys say is amazing. He couldn't even clothesline Brock over the ropes. And this is the match y'all want to see. No one in the unit. Ryan Satin, yo, you get love from me, son. Because you know
Elias. That's who Bronson Reed destroyed. It was bothering me. He killed Elias.
Ryan, you get love because you know I DM'd you on some advice type shit, and you actually DM'd me back, and you know it was cordial. And we had a really good situation, but it was dope. So I appreciate you. But I hear you say there are many fans that are hating on this Almost in Brock match, and this might actually be a fun match. Where would it be fun? For who? Like, do I got to be dumb high and drunk to appreciate this match? Just let me know now. Because where is the fun in this match?
Beauty. This is going to be on WrestleMania. Jesus Christ. I'm about to say beautiful rewatch, but I watched.
My man hates Bray that much that he chose Almost.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Brock must have been having a good time when he chose his next opponent. For sure. Yeah, I got nothing on this. I brought it up purely to see your reaction. You did your job. Click that. Make sure you cut that up. That's the whole video. We don't need nothing else. Anyways, I'm gonna end this on a positive note to finish it off. Maybe not positive because I'm sure Chance isn't like this either, but I'm gonna be positive at least. But this is gonna be hilarious. This is my last Raw point. I don't know if you got anything else, but it's basically how we're gonna end the video. So try not to be too negative. This is about to be hilarious for me. But the Dominic Ray feud is heating up, and it actually looks good. I'm gonna be honest. Again, Dominic is not the best wrestler. We've been over this 10,000 times. But between calling Ray, between the way he talked to Ray, between saying, obviously, we knew he was going to bring back up. He wants Eddie to be his real father, blah, blah, blah. But then in the ring, to do some of the La Raza stuff, when we know this guy really don't go. We've said it. We've stamped it on you, Stormy Dominic. Unless you come back in 2-3 years again and you just that guy. We're saying, us who never wrestled in the ring, who cares? We're saying you just don't got it. We don't see it. You don't wow us. Sorry. But on Raw, again, didn't watch it live, but when I rewatched it, this might be the only time he has a shine. Maybe it's because Ray going into the Hall of Fame. Maybe all that stuff he doing the best he can do. But I have confidence this might actually be a good match compared to what we thought was going to be terrible. Because again, I've never seen, again, Ray's a good wrestler. I don't think I've ever seen Ray carry the way we think he would have to carry Dominic.
I'm about to say, I was going to say, a bar that he doesn't get hurt. If Ray carries the match, it probably could be a banger.
But I don't think I've seen, again, Ray's had some great matches, but I don't think I can think off the top of my head, Ray, I mean, because he faced Khali, but he didn't carry the match. We accept that was terrible. We just like, okay, get this over with quick as possible. But again, and the Great Khali was literally a bad match machine. So, I don't know. I'm willing to give this a more chance because of what happened on Raw yesterday. I don't expect it to be good, but it's better than we were talking about WrestleMania being a stinker with 6s across the board at best. So let's put that in perspective.
I would give this more a chance than Almost versus Brock.
I mean, for sure. That was
the only issue I have with Dominic, and it's probably no shade to him or no calls to him, but it's because you're Ray's son, and Ray is fucking amazing. Like,
definitely. I think
like,
just a little bit also is because he's bigger. Because you would think Ray isn't good because
I'm gonna get there too.
Yeah.
And it's because at this age, and I'm not gonna wood, I hope you continue to not be injured. Ray is still putting out bangers and not being injured at this fucking age. I believe he's like 44, 45, some shit like that, which is fucking crazy, especially taking all the bumps and the bumps that he's taken in his life. So the fact that he's like up here, Hall of Fame definitely worthy, and Dominique's producing like here is what does it is what makes it negative for me. I'm not saying your promos aren't good. Again, I've never done a promo. I mean, well, I kind of have because they used to act a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But I haven't done a wrestling promo before. But they're cool. Like I could be invested, especially this one. And you got me a BMW, and that was cool. It was funny. I'm not saying you don't have athleticism because you obviously do. You're the son of Rey Mysterio. The height throws me off, like Kenny said, because you should probably do more at that height, but you're not. Like the moveset I feel like he should be doing is like on a Jericho thing. Because Jericho was still doing some high flying shit, but he was obviously tall. So he had to do
yeah, I've said this before, and I can't tell if I'm pretty sure I said it on the channel. We talk all the time. But it seems like sometimes Dominic wants to be a luchador, which again, I don't want to say you're too tall because I mean, how much taller than Eddie is he? And Eddie did luchador stuff all the time when he wanted to. He came from a family of luchadors.
There you go. It seems like he don't know who you want to be.
Like, what wrestling style are you wrestling?
You want to be Ray? I think that's part of it. Be Eddie. Like who you want to be?
Yeah,
and I think that's what it is. So I think you hit it perfect. So that's the only problem. I don't have any problem with him. It's like Michael Jordan's kids. Yeah, they were one's dope. He's fucking Lars Pippen, and he's got a whole sneaker shop, so he's doing amazing. But on the court, you didn't live up to Jordan, so it was a knock. Same thing with Dominique. Right now, he probably would have benefited more if he went to NXT during Triple H. During Triple H's run, and it probably would have been better if they would have put him in fucking. I forgot how to say that name, and I did come back from Mexico. But Santos's crew, if he would have started with them. But I get why Ray did it because obviously his career is coming to an end. So he probably wanted to do all this shit like a tag team.
Well, I mean, again, hindsight 2020, all that, but how long Dominic been around? If he could went to NXT with the amount of time he's been around.
Like what, 2-3?
Yeah, it's been a while. It's like 2-3 SummerSlams ago now. Yeah. So I mean, obviously Ray probably didn't know that, and there was contract talks. There's a lot of things that have been changed. Again, hindsight 2020. But knowing what we know now, Dominic definitely should have went to NXT because he definitely wasn't ready, and he could have used the seasoning. And Ray stuck around for longer than he probably thought he was going to because again,
I think
contract was ending around that time.
I think I would appreciate it more if he came with fucking Santos to them and was like real on that Mexican like hood shit type thing. And he definitely would have learned from Santos and them. And then maybe coming in, that could have gave you the feud with him and Ray. Like, bro, this dude been more of a follower to me than you have. Going back to like how Eddie was. And he could have been a better promo. But like I said, only thing we have, I guess, is kind of how we can make Dominic better type thing. Just work, son. Like, I'm pretty sure that's a Discord I didn't enjoy. I'm pretty sure y'all could be good. He could be good depending on where his focus is. But when you fast pace somebody and you kind of just give somebody something, they're not really invested as much as if you would have had to grind from NXT. Because think about it. I just showed up. All of a sudden, I'm in SummerSlam. I had the tag team strap. And now I'm about to face my dad at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I mean, again, we could talk about the WWE style being whatever it is, but the people who skip NXT, if they gotta be, you gotta be a legend. You gotta be AJ Styles because that's who skips NXT. Like Finn Balor didn't skip NXT. Do you understand? Like, come on now.
Adam Cole,
like
Andrade.
Yeah. We could make fun of it, talk about everything that's wrong with it now, but look at, I mean, again, it's had some duds, but look at who's came out of it. I mean. And there are people who are already wrestlers outside of it, and they had to go to NXT. That's just what it is. But again, we know why that happened. We're past that now. And I think we could wrap it up here. We had Raw. Again, WrestleMania is 2 weeks away now. The card is what the card is. I don't think they're changing the card. We just watching the build up now. Which is pretty amazing. I mean, do you think they're going to add 2-3 more matches? I don't think so.
But I do think barring injury, I do think Seth and Logan could be match of the night.
I'm not calling it yet. I'm gonna let us get close, but
Montez isn't involved in any match, right?
nah.
That's a shame. That's a shame. You think? Oh, last thing before we go. If Bray, because we didn't touch on Bray, the rumor is Bray is either walked out or he's injured. We're not gonna speculate because we don't know. If he walked out, I could see because creative has been crazy. There's been a really super slow burn. But like I said, we're not gonna speculate. If he's injured, I can see that because I know at one point they did say he was injured, but that could be what it is. But let's just say he's gone from WrestleMania. Does Bobby get on the card? If he does, who would you want to see him fight? Well, it makes sense. Or is Bobby off?
I guess it depends on if they think Bray coming back or not. If Bray's not coming back, then I guess
No, we're gonna say Bray's off WrestleMania.
You know what I'm saying? Like we still got to make sense for the future, right?
I mean, talking about general.
Yeah, if Bobby's not coming back I said Bobby. If Bray's not coming back at all, then I guess you give it back to Bobby, you start again. But because again, we know Brock not sticking around. Like, how many options do we have around here? With a roster like this, I just don't understand how we have it. We run into these problems all the time. You should be able to turn a guy from obscurity back to being top of the. I mean, again, can we remember how much people didn't like Roman? Like, you've done it before. If you could turn that guy into this guy, I just don't understand how hard can it be to do it one more time. We don't need it everywhere. We need one more Roman. And we probably should have. Because think about how long it took us to stop saying how good Roman was. Give us another one right now, and we'll be satisfied for quite. It's WrestleMania season. They're not acting like it. I just don't understand.
Yeah, it's like some regular shit. Like
this is not even a SummerSlam card. When you maybe the names are, but when you look at the build up and what the feuds are over and the stipulations, I don't even think there's any stipulations in these matches. But yeah, when you look at all of that, it's like, okay, well, I guess I'll watch WrestleMania again. Because the pay-per-view is dead.
It's supposed to be the biggest WrestleMania of all time. It doesn't feel like it.
I mean, the idea is, or the originally was, or always has been, each WrestleMania should be bigger than the last. This is not bigger than any of the last three, I'd say. And one of those includes a COVID year. That's terrible.
There's a recap.
I tried to end on a positive note. I really did, but
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. So you know what to do. Put in the comments what y'all think about any of the recap, any of the stuff that happened last night, any of the WrestleMania matches. Are you looking forward to it? Are you not? Do the Patreon so we can help you out with the giveaways. You know what I mean? And we'll come on here and we'll do live giveaways. Like, just do what you do. Join your Discord because you heard it going on the whole time while Kenzo was talking. And get the merch, man. That's how you get the merch. You tweet us. Or you put it in the community, you know what I mean, or the Discord. I'll repost y'all, give y'all shine. I can do it all here. You know what I mean? Show us in the merch. We show love, you show love. It's all good. But I'll let Kenzo give his shout out. I'll give mine away out. Well,
we got that why you should watching in case anything you don't know about wrestling. We might have it on there. And if you want to know, I might know, or I'm just a little research away. You can drop a request. If you leave some comments, we'll definitely check those out. Easier on the Discord, on the Patreon, but we do also read the YouTube comments. We'll get to it. So y'all do that for sure. We are kind of looking for video ideas, trying to see what's gonna get the views up. We need the views to come up. So again, why you should be watching? We got it all over the place. I get straight. Skins are great. So we straight shot, no chaser with no BS, straight peanut. Like I said, we ain't been in no ring, but I've been around wrestling quite a while. We trying to go to the indie stuff and the interviews coming up too. But again, we just ain't. This is what we do. Don't be like, oh, why should I care what these guys are? I mean, if you check out the videos, you'll see the in-depth of knowledge, the experience.
You can check out the videos, you can check out the reels, you can check out the shorts. So much shit you all can check out. You know what I mean? And you can do the lives when we get live, but whatever.
Slide in the Discord, talk to us, and you'll see.
Come on, man. Y'all slipping. And look at us. You want more of us? Do what you gotta do. Be yourself.